What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Good, the Bad and the Stupid. It's Thursday the 6th of February. Hope you're well, had a great day. Going to kickstart with some rather sad news. Kirk Douglas has died. He was 103, but so it wasn't a surprise to, he's in the fucking ballpark of where people are likely to fucking keel over. But, he's had a good innings. But I might have cursed him because it was not long ago I did a little video or mentioned on this podcast how well he was looking for 103, considering. But he was actually sitting on Catherine Zeta-Jones's lap at the time. So he had extra reason to look cheerful at the time. So, yeah, he's died, so he's off to the party in the sky. He's probably going to get up there now, I was thinking, and when he's knocking on heaven's door, he's knocking on heaven's door, or somebody's going to be calling out the names of who's come up, and he's going to say, Spartacus, have we got a Spartacus? And there's going to be some kind of pecking order, and everyone's going to start going, I'm Spartacus, because they're going to think he's getting all the privileges. So they're going to go, I'm Spartacus, I'm Spartacus. I'm not Dave from the council estate who had fucking liver disease. I'm not Bill, who's just been fucking ran over by an Arctic lorry in Luton. I'm Spartacus, I'm Spartacus. And everyone's going to be like trying to get in on his action, because he's going to be, They say that heaven's for everybody, but there's still going to be some kind of fucking preferential treatment. I know that's why I'm trying to get this podcast off the ground, because I want to be in the upper echelons of that when my time comes around. I don't want to be in the fucking, in the cheap seats when I get up there. Anyway, I'm going down there. If we're going to go up and down, I'm going to go to the party, the all-nighters down there, where the DJs are. Anyway, let's talk about a load of bollocks. Everyone around the country, all the town halls around the country, have been told to fly the Union Jack at half-mast to mark Prince Andrew's birthday. Well, apparently, I think Liverpool's told them to piss off, or said they ain't doing it, and hopefully they fucking have. But you should tell them to go fuck themselves. He ain't fucking. Well, he's not guilty of anything yet, is he? But at the end of the day, he's retired from royal duties, so there's one reason to say we shouldn't have to do it. But somebody should get up there and fucking protest and put a load of like fucking underwear hanging it off there or something like that, and some kind of, anti-fucking Prince Andrew protest about it. But it's just, it's just so stuffy, that kind of bullshit privilege, isn't it? And what is it? What's his birthday? Is it just his birthday? They do it every year on his birthday, or is it just on this particular one? Maybe they should just do it, put a big flag outside the Pizza Express in Woking, wherever it was that he went. Was it Woking? The famous Pizza Express, George? Or they should put a plaque up there, Prince Andrew once didn't eat here. Marking that anniversary of the day that the bullshit day that he said that he was in there. Where is it? Maybe it's his 60th birthday. Fuck knows. I don't really give a shit, to be fair. So yeah, if you see a flag flying at half-mast, give it the fucking two fingers, or if you're close enough, piss on it or something like that. There you go. I'm going to get in trouble now, aren't I? Because you're not allowed to diss the royals, or the towns aren't. The town halls, the officials aren't anyway. So we have to do it down here in the This is why I'm never going to make it up there, because I talk down to them, or talk up, whatever the fucking word is. I talk against them. Let's put it that way. Anyway, it's on one hand he's doing that. We can't insult Prince Andrew, and then you got fucking Boris Johnson saying branding Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon. That bloody. He said she's a bloody wee Jimmy Cranky woman. Now, that's a really offensive thing to say, because she does look a little bit like the Jimmy Cranky woman, so I can see where he's fucking coming from with that. So, and it's quite offensive in the sense that, because Jimmy Crank, if you don't know who Jimmy Cranky is, if you're listening from a part of the world who's never heard of what the hell is a Jimmy Cranky, well, it's part of a double act from the 1980s, like pantomime fucking style. And it's like, it's a little woman, she's like really, really short, and her husband, who's twice her size, but she's dressed as a little boy. It's really odd. It sounds very fucking like some kind of strange sexual activity. I've spoke about it before on here. She dresses in little shorts like a Just William kind of schoolboy. But they're a husband and wife team, but they dress like man and son. It's fucking really odd. Anyway, and she always goes, fan dabby dozy, fan dabby dozy. And anyway, she's like a caricature kind of thing. And Boris Johnson called Nicola Sturgeon that, and I find that very offensive, I'm afraid, Boris. So we'll let you get away with that if you stop flying the flag for Prince Andrew's birthday until we find out whether he's a fucking paedophile or not. Also the Crankies, Jimmy Cranky, they confessed to going to swinger parties or something or other. I think I've spoken about that before as well. So imagine walking into a swinger party and Jimmy Cranky's there. You wouldn't want to, but you might have to do something just for the fucking novelty, wouldn't you? You'd have to sort of get involved just for the... you probably in the room, you'd probably say, that's the one I don't want to go with. You know, a woman dressed as a little boy. It's fucking oddness all over it, isn't it? But the fact that it's Jimmy Cranky, it's a story to tell, isn't it? But I don't think you're going to get around the fucking little boy connotations around that one. Anyway, knob on the tines. If we're going to be smutty, which we are, a footy fan who supports Newcastle fans are mental anyway, aren't they? Newcastle fans are always in the middle of winter. They stand with their they take the tops off, don't they? What's it called? They're always standing with their fucking big fat bellies with the top off, and they stand there eating pies and everything like that. And they're like anybody else. I've got the fucking, when I've been to football and I've got all the gear on, I'm miserable as fuck because how cold it can be. And they stand there with the fucking big fat bellies out. Maybe I need to drink more. Maybe that's the answer. Get a bit of fucking blubber around me. But anyway, this guy, he's not a big fat guy. He's kept all his other clothes on. He just pulled his trousers down and got his dick out. So he's waving his dick as a celebration for their goal. And they're calling it... I thought this was what he was doing then, cock-a-hoop. I thought, is that what you call it, cock-a-hoop? But he said no, as cock-a-hoop Geordies jump for joy. That was just another word for somebody being happy. But he's doing some kind of a cock-a-hoop, isn't he? He's spinning it round. On Tuesday night, on terracing behind the Viagra advert, pulled his pants down and whirled his todger around. The footage was seen live on the BBC and widely shared on online. He's going to get banned for that, isn't he? What's he say? When I scored, I went directly to the fans because I knew it really important for them. This is the footballer. When he scored and he ran to the fans because it was really important, and then the guy just started waving his dick around and that. So, and that's him celebrating. That's like, you think he's doing that to sort of like go, you know, totally in an offence, like to an opposing fan, but he's doing that to his own player. Anyway, so you know, you go. Oh, that's a new form of what's the word for term of endearment now, to fucking swing your dick at somebody. I wonder if that one's going to take off in the streets. I don't think so. Victoria Beckham is trying to flog. I don't know how she. No wonder her company's forever bankrupt or in the red. She's always running like a £10 million loss, isn't she? That company. I don't. And they must take in loads of millions, but somehow they just fucking squirrel away all the profits, don't they? Basically. But Victoria Beckham's new £180 beauty serum is nearly identical to a £10 one from Nivea. So she's been fucking outed again. She's always selling shit that's 10 times the price, and it's just the same as fucking something that you can buy from a cheap shop. Pound shop half the time. So that's as good as her fucking waving a dick at you, like, you know, like that Geordie fan's just done. You know, basically saying, yeah, take that. Here's the fucking, give me £180 you've just given me for a £10 worth of serum. So there you go. In your face. On your face, even. But anyway, you're a fool if you're going to pay £180 for fucking anything cosmetic. It's all bullshit, isn't it? It's just like, there was another thing that somebody was saying that... and this is another odd thing. Famous people or people with loads of dough are spending money on a cream that is made out of the foreskins. This is true. You'll have to Google this. This isn't me making shit up. Out of the foreskins of South Koreans' children. How odd does that sound? I mean, it's almost like it's to order, but apparently they circumcise the children over there anyway. But there must be some deal to like buy the foreskins off the hospitals, and they're turning it into sort of into a face cream and the rich. You Google it, and there's some famous names that I can't think of names now off the top of my head. So I don't want to libel myself. Not that anybody's ever going to listen to this podcast, because no fucker listens to it anyway. But you never know in the future, when this episode appears, I'll be in court over this. But they've been putting this cream on their face because it thinks makes them look younger. So South Korea, the foreskin of South Koreans' children. That's nearly as bad as finding Jimmy Cranky at a fucking swingers party. Shit, there's some crazy shit going on in the world. And I tell you what, there won't be enough foreskins to fucking fund that trade as well. So they'll have to sort of start, all the people who wasn't going to circumcise their children, they'll be like poor families, and they'll be going, come on, well, here's a fucking couple of grand, circumcise your kid, we'll do it in the back street. That's the way that shit goes. Police in one of Britain's smallest police forces have become the first in the country to use cow DNA to solve a crime. So this is another using bodily parts for some other reason. But basically, what's happened is the cow was stolen. It's brazen as fuck, that is, isn't it? It's another world, that is, cow theft. But and a farmer, obviously a farmer, because he knows what he's doing. I can't imagine a burglar just going and nicking a cow. Be like, what the fuck do I do with this cow? You know what I mean? Is anybody people walking up the street like you're in Jack and the Beanstalk or something, going, anybody want to buy this cow around the council estate? And everyone's like, no, I'll buy your video recorders, but I ain't going to buy a fucking full bovine animal. Nobody knows how to kill it. Do you know what I mean? You'd be trying your hardest to kill a cow. You wouldn't be able to do it. Even you got to do it proper, ain't you? You'd be hitting it left, right, and centre. It'd be like that thing on, is it Me, Myself and Irene? There's a film when they just keep trying to kill the cow that they hit, and it keeps moving. And they keep doing it more and more, and it keeps moving. It's not dead. They're shooting it and everything. I think it's that film. But yeah, so anyhow. So the guys nicked the cow. So you've got to be a farmer. So you've narrowed yourself right down anyway. Right, okay, so who's got the ability to move a cow? Somebody with a cow trailer, for starters. So they've gone around other farms and found it on another farm, and they did a DNA test and found it to be the cow and this guy nicked it. So there you go. New crimes. So you thought that was going to be a thing, and you was thinking about doing it. I've just talked you out of it there, haven't you? I've just told you all the fucking pros and cons. Don't do it. Stick to smaller animals. Don't steal fucking anything or animals. Definitely not animals. That's the fucking worst. Stealing people's pets. That's fucking real scum. That is when they steal somebody's loving dogs and stuff like that. They need to be fucking. They need to be put in the fucking stocks and had like dog shit wiped all over the fucking face and pelted with like whatever the fuck. I don't know where I'm going with that one, but let's move on to a multimillionaire claims to have invented a space for homeless people to sleep, a shelter made of 2 wheelie bins. It's basically, I mean, this is the shittest idea going. Look at it. For the podcast, I'm showing a photo to the video of 2 wheelie bins that have been bolted together like on a hinge, and you can see the guy who's got inside that. He's like, and he's folding the top down over the top, and he's basically saying that is the thing that homeless people can sleep in. Well, no offence, but yeah, there's a picture of him there getting in on this side. Look, see. Homeless people don't want to sleep in a bin. It's fucking degrading, for starters. That's the last place they want to sleep. You know what I mean? It's like, give them a tent or something or other, or some kind of like, something that's kind of nice to crawl into and fucking sleep in. Not like 2 plastic wheelie bins that have been bolted together. You would get in there and one of them trucks will come along and pick it up and throw them in the fucking crusher. No, that's a shit idea, sorry. And he's calling it a sleep pod, and he's a millionaire. How the fuck has he become a millionaire and I'm skint? The world's fucking wrong. I'm telling you, I could invent something much better than that, out of a cardboard box, and I'm skint. I'll probably be living in it sooner or later. No, but I mean, come on. There's children that have come up with great ideas in this. You know, I've seen them in the paper when they've invented something. Like some kind of sixth form or for exams they kind of create. And there was one young kid who created it was a sleeping bag or something. Somebody else created something that was like thermal. It was all like along the lines of for homeless people. Another one was like a tent that was like a body bag, so you can get up and walk around, but when you zip it all up, you're almost inside a tent. Fucking brilliant idea. And then a millionaire comes out with that bullshit. Sorry, close put fucking next to no sales you're going to get from that. But your heart's in the right place. I'm not going to knock you for that. Your heart's in the right place, that's for sure. It's not even comfy, it's plastic. It ain't even got no cushions or nothing. Come on. But anyway, send one round, because if I the way my finances are going, I'm going to be close to going that way anyway. I need a 1-bedroom wheelie bin, please. A driverless car safely travelled 230 miles around the country to complete the UK's longest and most complex autonomous journey. Autonomous, big words. What's it mean? No, I know what it means. But it basically, it drove around the country by itself. So imagine if you was driving along the motorway and that went past you. You'd fucking have to double take, wouldn't you? I bet some other that car's made it around safely. Other cars have probably fucking gone down grass verges and into the barriers and everything, because they get to think they're just seeing a headless man drive past them. You know what I mean? It'd be like, what? You know, rubberneckers are the fucking worst anyway, aren't they? They love, you know, see something and they have to slow down and fucking find out what's going on. Nosy bastards. They're like those nosy neighbours. They want to see somebody in peril. Don't stop to help. But yeah, so there you go. Well, we're halfway there, then, aren't we? If we can have some driverless cars, because if you start driverless cars and the government are controlling it, just you got to put just where you're going in. That's all you can do. There's a film, that's Steven Spielberg film with Jude Law. They had them kind of things in there, didn't they? Had like what was it? Arnold Schwarzenegger film, Total Recall or something. But it's like a autonomous driver. Autonomous, I've used it again. Driver, he's like a plastic man, and he drove the car. Anyway, then it might solve speeding and all that kind of bullshit. And middle lane drivers, scum of the earth. It's Rick Astley's birthday today. Never gonna give you up. Is 54. Well, he's always going to be older than me, so that's a bonus, but it does sound quite old when you say 54, doesn't it? But he looks good for his age. I told you he was fucking rocking out with the Foo Fighters the other week. That was it Glastonbury or something? Really unusual pairing, if you like. So that was his highlight, because he's never fucking done anything like that. He's just done the old cheesy hits, hasn't he? With all the 80s, you know, the 80s bands, they all go on a tour together. I'd hate to go on it, because he's probably like thinking now, I'm a bit of a snob now, I've done it with the Foo Fighters. The last thing I want to go and do now is tour with fucking Blancmange and Right Said Fred. Fuck them guys, I'm with the fucking rockers. So anyway, happy birthday to him. This funny football pundit Chris Sutton accused his son's girlfriend of an own goal after she put gravy on her pizza. As soon as I read that, I thought the way that he said it though, he said, and he used to play for Blues, he did anyway, and he played for Villa. I didn't know that, fucking swat. I thought ex-Birmingham fan, he can't go from Birmingham to Aston Villa. That's what happened with the managers. When Alex McLeish, when Birmingham City went down, our manager left us and went to Aston Villa. But first of all, Aston Villa were taking the piss out of us, going, fucking pile of shit, because that's what happens. You fucking wankers, you're going down, yeah. And then next thing you know, our manager that just took us down went and joined them. And they were like, nah, we don't fucking want him. We don't want him. Why the fuck do we want their manager that we've just been slagging off, that has just took them down? And then he went to them and they've done shit, and they've done shit ever since. So shit on the Villa. That's what has come from that. Anyway, let's get on back to the point. Chris, he said to her, my son's girlfriend has just put gravy on her pizza. He tweeted, he said, that can't be a thing. It can't be a thing. That isn't a thing. That is fucking ridiculous. She must be like, find out if she's on drugs or not. That's what that shit normally happens. You like putting gravy, like, you know, when you're putting your fucking socks in the fridge and all that kind of bullshit. Doing the wrong things, like when you're trying to act normal in front of people, but really you're off your nut and you're doing like really odd shit. You know, pouring the fucking kettle all over your cereal or something like that. So, yeah, you probably didn't do your parenting skills properly there, Chris. Next time, check their eyes, and if they're like fucking saucers, they're ask them if they've got anything they can offer you. Might be some mushrooms in it for you. What is it? British women are among the world's least happy with the size of their boobs. Only 1 in 4 like their bust dimensions compared to 29% globally, a study says. Nobody's happy. Nobody's fucking happy. I mean, anybody that's completely happy with everything is fucking rare, very, very rare, and they're just so annoying. It's impossible to they're impossible to be around. In fact, the only person they like being around is the fucking person in the mirror. So don't beat yourself up. Nobody's happy. The person with big tits isn't happy with them. The person with fucking one bigger than the other isn't happy with them. Blokes aren't happy. Fucking 90% of blokes aren't happy. Everybody's got something wrong with them. Oh, not wrong with them. Everybody's got something they're not happy with. There's nothing wrong with fucking small, big, large, or whatever. It's just you, isn't it? You got to take what you come in with and just fucking accept it for what it is. And there's guys who have fucking got guys with watching something with big dicks, and they're unhappy because they can't use it properly, and everybody's like, the women again, no, it's too much, or they can't even get hard on because they fucking pass out probably. There was a guy who was, I mean, it's ridiculous. There's a picture of him and he's got his fucking knobs tied in a knot. That's how big it was. But that's all he can do, just play around with it like that. He can't actually use it because it was too big. Anyway, so yeah, don't knock yourself. Just fucking, and also, as you get older, we all get fatter, so they're going to get bigger. Or fucking, you know, I was going to say, you know, a lot of people have the breast implants, but some of them ones are just ridiculous. And some of them ones who like, they go like way over the top. It's almost like a caricature kind of thing. That just don't look good. So be happy, just get pissed and have a good time, and you'll meet the one who fucking matches. That's all what it's all about. Right, I'm going to finish up on one more thing if I can find it. Let's might as well stick on the same fucking subject. Zapping the penis with electric shocks could be a cure for impotence. So if you see me on fucking this podcast here tomorrow, if my hair's all frizzy and I'm fucking all pale, it's because I've had my fucking knob in the fucking electric socket all night trying to cure my impotence. Experts say the controversial treatment can involve up to 2,400 blasts. Of course they do, because blokes are fucking gullible. So women, exactly, listen to me. Now, there's going to be a lot of unhappy blokes who are unhappy with their body part, and now they're going to spend a fortune because they're going to be a fortune for this treatment. 2,400 blasts. You'll have to go doing 50 at a time or 20 at a time. Loads of dough each time. By the time you get to 2,400 volts, that's when they'll find out that the fucking problem, that it doesn't actually solve the problem, and you've just blown the fucking, your genitals to bits. You know what I mean? Every time you take a piss, the fucking TV will turn over. So anyway, each to their own. I'm sure there's other cures out there, but give it a go. Try it yourself, as I said, but don't try any of the tricks and tips that I've mentioned on here. I don't want to be any kind of liable for any of the things I've said on this podcast. All my rights are reserved. Anyway, I'm going to see you later and do another one tomorrow. See you later. Bye-bye.